All right. Okay. What do we got on the Steam Deck front here? Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health insurance is good or excellent. What? Okay. You know the Vulkan Tribunal is going to issue a DMCA takedown one of these days. See, they're joking. All right. What do I got for you? Let's see here. What's this? AMD's. What's this? AMD Gpuopen Vulkan Memory Allocator now supports Vulkan 1.4. This is a little short little article. I got two articles on this. Two articles on Vulkan, by the way. It says any comments? It says here AMD GPU Open team managed to squeeze in a new Vulkan memory allocator release into 2024. As a reminder, this is easy to use / integrate Vulkan memory allocation library for both Windows and Linux, with hopes of making memory allocation and resource creation more easier, like with Direct3D 11 and OpenGL. This morning, Vulkan Memory Allocator 3.2 released by the Gpuopen project. The headline change is now supporting Vulkan 1.4. That debuts earlier this month. Vulkan 1.4 is already supported by various Mesa drivers as of last week, supported by AMD VLK as AMD official open source Vulkan driver. Vulkan Memory Allocator 3.2 is now compatible with Vulkan 1.4. Vulkan Memory Allocator 3.2 release also adds support for the VK underscore KHR underscore external underscore memory underscore Win32 extension on Windows systems, plus fixes some thread safety issues and other bug fixes. Improvement. Vulkan developer wants to make use of this Gpuopen project for easier Vulkan memory management. Can find the code via GitHub. I'll leave the link. Yeah. Here's another piece of Vulkan news while we're at it. Let's see. Here's one more piece of Vulkan news here, and this has to do with Mesa. It says here more Mesa terrific. Wait a minute. Mesa terrific year with better Vulkan ray tracing, NVK progress, and same day Vulkan 1.4. Yeah, you Linux gamers are good. It says the open source Mesa 3D graphics driver had a rather great year, with a number of performance optimization landing on time, support for Intel Lunar Lake and Battle Mega XE graphics, earlier AMD RDNA 4 support, multiple driver having the same Vulkan 1.4 support, the continued progress of the open source NVIDIA NVK Vulkan driver, and much more thanks to the contribution of Intel, AMD, Valve, and other organizations. Even Microsoft continued to merge requests. Then it says it's in summoning up the hundreds of Mesa news articles over the past year. On Pharonics below is a look at the most popular news for Mesa driver over the course of 2024. A concise look at all the top highlights for the open source 3D graphics stack. Let's see, open source. First one is open source NVIDIA driver moving to NVK plus Zinc for OpenGL on newer GPUs. Mesa 24.1 Git has landed the initial infrastructure for allowing driver to choose to use Zinc instead for OpenGL via this OpenGL on Vulkan implementation. Motivating factor for this latest Mesa work is for using Zinc atop of NVK Vulkan driver for new NVIDIA GPUs. The next one is this Blumenkrantz massively improved Mesa GL read pixel with 7 lines of code. Mike Blumenkrantz of Valve open source Linux graphics driver team has submitted a merge request to massively improve the OpenGL read pixel performance within Mesa state trackers. The next one is this open source Radeon Vulkan driver improve scores huge ray tracing wins. A change merged today for Mesa 24.0 is yielding much better Vulkan ray tracing performance for the Radeon Vulkan driver RAD-V across a number of games. And then it says Valve. Then the next one is Valve lands a last-minute AMD ACO improved for Mesa 24.0 this week prior to the Mesa 24.0 feature freeze / code branching. A notable merge request lands that has been worked on past few months by one of Valve's open source Linux graphics driver developers. And then here's the other one. Let me see. Cassia aims to pair Wine /DXVK /VKD3D Proton /FEX for Windows game on Android. Cassia is an in-development effort for running Microsoft Windows desktop games on Android. This work in progress effort is essentially akin to Steam Play approach, but target for Android users by leveraging Wine, DXVK, VKD3D, Proton, and then FEX for emulating x86_64 binaries on ARC64. And those are some of the articles. So yeah, this see if I can go through this. Where did I stop off at? Here's the other one. Mesa release with faster Radeon RAD-V ray tracing and initial power VR Vulkan driver. The other one is Google beginning upstreaming Fuchsia OS support in Mesa 3D. The other one is significant cooperative important and pressure around Mesa open source Linux driver. Another one is UPW Mesa running on Microsoft Xbox, allowing for new games port with OpenGL. Yeah, here's the other one. Vulkan video new enabled by default for Radeon VCN2 and VCN3 hardware on Linux. The other one is open source NVIDIA Vulkan driver NVK lands improvement for Rebar. Then the next one is Mesa CPU Vulkan driver now support ray tracing. Then another article is Mesa 24.2 with new Vulkan extension, new shader cache. And we have another one. It says Mesa 24.1 Zinc LAN super fast merge request to optimize I/O. And open source Apple GPU Vulkan driver for Mesa 24.3. Mesa developers aren't convinced over dropping old OpenGL drivers right now. They need more proof. You got this thing got some articles in it, man. Let's see. The other one is LavaPi or Pipe CPU based Vulkan driver implements ray tracing. Mesa Vulkan driver reach an inefficient point idea race to be more like Gallium 3D NVK RAD-V. Other Mesa driver ready to launch Dave Vulkan 1.4 support. The other one is Rust written OpenCL driver now works on Raspberry Pi GPU. Raspberry Pi V3D3 Vulkan driver now supports dynamic rendering. Another article here is new patches significantly reduce Zinc driver startup time. Mesa 24.3 lands the juiciest refactor ever. And another one is another optimization comes from Radeon RAD-V ray tracing in Mesa 24.1. Then it says Mesa looks at making Zinc driver build by default. Mesa 24.2 RC1 release with many open GL and Vulkan driver. Then Teflon merge to Mesa 24.1 as Gallium 3D front ends for TensorFlow Lite. And then the last 2 years, Mesa Pan VK Vulkan driver prepares for ARM Mali Valhalla support. And then Mesa 24.0 RC3 up for testing. Mesa 23.3.4 out as stable. And those were the highlights for Mesa in 2024. So based on that list, that lets you know that 2025 is going to, Mesa will be having more highlights to come. So yeah, whether it's from the Rad V or Vulkan or DX OpenGL DXVK, yeah, VKD3D, yeah, 2025 is going to be just like this one. So this was just a highlight of them, you know. So yeah, that lets you know that these developers were busy, man, when it comes to running games on Linux, you know, or working with Android, Windows, even Apple, you know. So these developers, they were busy in 2024, man, based on these articles that they that's out there. So yeah, Linux gaming community is growing, though. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know, and running Windows games, you know, on Linux, you know, it's getting better and better over time. So yeah, more updates will be coming in 2025. You know it. Yeah. Anywho, that's all the news I got on the Mesa Vulkan. Yeah. Yeah, man. When the Steam Deck came out, man, it brought new life into the Linux gaming community, man. It did. Yeah. And a lot of work began when also when the Steam Deck came out, man. It meant a lot of work were being done behind the scenes, man. So yeah, it brought a lot of joy and excitement to the Linux gaming community, man. So, and you saw the updates they were coming in left and right, man. Yeah, from all over the place. And they were working, man. So next year, which is in 2 days from now. So then more news to come, man. So this ain't gonna be the last time you hear of Mesa or Vulkan or ray tracing or path tracing on the Linux gaming front. There's more news to come, man. So yeah, but I try to keep you guys in the loop, though. Oh yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Work, Dark Side. Go. Peace.